Hello and welcome to a fresh video of the Dutchwatchdude. This time I have the brand new Cadisen, or I actually don't know exactly how to pronounce it. It's a Chinese brand that is using a name from probably the past, and my excuses for not pronouncing it right. It probably doesn't matter too much. As you can see, this is a chronograph. It's quartz chronograph, very affordable. The design is, not that special, like most chronographs. Two pushes on the right side, a crown. It's not a screw down crown. The water resistance of this watch is only 3 bars, so washing your hands is fine, washing your car is fine, taking a walk in the rain probably will, not a problem, but anything else will destroy the watch. I paid for this watch at AliExpress 12 euros, including shipping. So, yeah, don't expect too much of it. But you get an awful lot of money, watch for your money. It comes in 3 colors. This is the blue one. You also have a green one and a black one. I actually really like the combination of the white dial, the open hands. If you take a good look, if it will focus, I will do it in a more easy way. The hands are actually very nice. They cut out the inner pieces, so it's, kind of a see-through hand. Looks really luxury, especially on a watch cheap like this. The bezel is non-rotatable. It's just for show. It's painted quite well. I saw some comments at AliExpress that a lot of people were complaining about the quality of the finish of the watch. They probably expect a Rolex Daytona quality for 11 euros, and yeah, that's simply not gonna happen. If you buy a watch this cheap, you know they have to cut corners because they cannot sell a watch perfect of a perfect watch. You cannot sell and make it for that amount of money. It doesn't come on this strap, as you probably can read. It's a Benyard strap. That's a complete other brand, but it comes on an RVS mesh strap. Quite nice, but not really my thing, and I don't think it really fits to this watch. So I changed it. Not that smart, probably for the video. I should have left it like it was. I will demonstrate the chrono function. It's basic. As you can see, the 6 o'clock dial is now ticking. It does the seconds. The dial on the 9 o'clock position will do the minutes. Resetting it is also kind of basic. As you can see, it just turned back and not forwards to 0. Setting it to 0 is not that hard. You have to know how it works. As often with Chinese watches, there is nothing in the manual how you can set the subdials to 0 when needed. Often, if you do a battery change, you have to set the subdials back to 0. It's easily you push out the ground and you use the 2 o'clock pusher to bring the second subdial to 0. It will go forwards to 0, but you have to keep in mind the minute subdial will go forwards. So you have to hold the button, and then actually the second subdial will run very fast and do a whole round for the minutes, and then everything should end at 0. It's a little hard to explain if you do things a lot of times and never think about it, how you actually do it. Sorry, and as I explained before, I'm a way better collector than video maker. A few numbers about the watch. The series of the number the number the type number of this watch is C from Cadisen 1967, and it has some letters behind it, MWWL. Where that stands for, I have no idea. It's actually the numbers from my own watch, probably a combination of the color and dial tip. The watch has a size of 42 millimeters, look to look, and as I thought, its water resistance, water resistance is 3 bars, so that is like 30 meters standing water, just regular water, no bathtubs or saunas or things like that. It's not that thick, the watch. It's not a thin watch, but it's not thick. It's actually, yeah, we better zoom in. Regular. The backside stainless steel. The watch itself, it is made of some kind of alloy, but I have no clue if it is made from an old tin or it is actually quality metal. As I said before, keep in mind the price, and it cannot be that much of high quality stuff. Can I tell more about this watch? Yeah, it runs pretty well, but oh, I almost dropped it on my little table. There is not much to say about it. It runs perfectly, but every quartz movement that's more expensive than €1 will run perfectly. That is one of the benefits of a quartz movement. I only have a few quartz watches because, yeah, they are cheap, they look good, you can wear them everywhere, and if you damage them, you just buy a new one. With the more expensive automatic watches, it's not always a good idea to use them at work or with any activity that you can actually damage the watch. If it keeps running, I have no idea. I will update those things on my Instagram account. There are a few watches that actually work very nice the first 2 weeks, and then they stop working at all. Not just because the battery runs out, but because the watch simply breaks down. That is happening sometimes with really cheap Chinese watches, but also watches from all other kind of countries. But yeah, 99% of the watches is probably made in China. Even the very expensive Swiss watches, a lot of work is done in China because it's not that hard to make a Swiss watch outside of Swiss. It only have to do with, if I'm right, if the most expensive part is coming from Swiss, you can call it a Swiss watch. It's not like before that a watch really had to be made from scratch in Swiss. And yeah, but there is nothing wrong with a cheap watch. There is nothing wrong with an expensive watch. For everybody, there is a watch for everyone. For now, this all about the Cadisen C1967 of 76. Nice watch, cheap, affordable, looks good, and yeah, it comes in 3 colors, as I said, green, blue, and black. You can buy it on a lot of places. I mostly get my watches from AliExpress, but there are many more sites that are actually selling this brand, probably even your local site, but then you probably pay a lot more because you have to pay them too. I always buy from the factory stores, and that saves you an awful lot of money, sometimes even 50%, and that's not that strange because if nobody have to make money of it, they can sell it a lot cheaper to you. I thank you for watching. If you have anything to add to my story or about my story, put it in the comments. I definitely will read them, and when needed, I will absolutely get back on it. You can tell me how bad of a video maker I am. No problem at all, because I know that. I don't make those videos to get millions of viewers, but I like collecting watches, and if I have them, why not telling something about them? Because a lot of those watches are really hard to find on YouTube or anywhere else on the internet. because most people tell a lot about the very expensive watches and mostly the fake ones. I like them both, but I prefer uh, unknown watches. It's like a little discovery how much watch you can get for a little bit of money. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you for the next video of the Dutch Watch Dude.